Okay, let's see here. The 3rd, done. The 4th, done. The 19th, done. 23rd. Oh, that's today. Oh, man. Hello, and welcome to our 23rd episode of our Congress series. Oh, man. This is time number 4 in American history that's happened in our Congress. As you guys also know, our current Congress is like this too. That's right. We're talking about another split Congress. This Congress was in session from 1833 to 1835. Again, it's a split Congress, meaning that one party controls a house and the other party controls the other house. Okay. So, sessions. 2. Just 2. That's it. House makeup. Okay. The House has, get this, 240. Why 240? Because the census of 1830. As you all know, the census comes out once every 10 years. Which, by the way, the next census for America would be, let's see here, next year, 2020. Which is also a presidential election. Which means if you were born in 99, or, whatever, in the late 90s, we get to vote for our first president next year. Woo! Anyways, back to the video. So anyways, we have 240 members of the House. We had 2 speakers for this Congress. They're both Jacksonians, so don't worry about it. We have Andrew Stevenson and John Bell. Again, they're both Jeffersonians, or not Jeffersonians, Jacksonians. I don't even know where Jeffersonians came from. But anyways, they're Jacksonians. Which brings us to House makeup. Just like how we said in the previous episodes, the Anti-Masonic Party is only like a party that's in the House, and the new Nullify Party is in both houses of Congress. With that in mind, let's talk about the makeup. We have 143 Jacksonians. We have 62 Anti-Jacksonians, 25 Anti-Masonic people, 8 nullifiers, and 2 vacancies. 2. In the Senate, we have 48 senators. Again, 24 states. President of the Senate, which again is the Vice President. You guys know who this is. If you think it's John C. Calhoun, sorry, you're absolutely wrong. He resigned during the last Congress, which I forgot to mention. Which, by the way, he's the first and only Vice President to resign in American history. Anyways, back to the current video. Anyways, you guys know who he is. He would end up becoming a future president. Martin Van Buren, also known as Martin Van Ruin. Watch my Martin Van Buren episode of the President series. No, don't fall asleep yet, computer. I still have 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm still kind of on a time crunch, because I gotta be somewhere in about 20 minutes. I gotta go to work. Anyways, Martin Van Buren is the president of the Senate, who is also the vice president. President pro tempore, we have 3, actually. And one of them you guys should know, hopefully. We have Hugh White, who was a Jacksonian. George Poindexter, it's like Coindexter, instead of a C at the beginning, it's a P, who is a anti-Jacksonian. And, you guys know him, John Tyler, who was a anti-Jacksonian. Don't remember who John Tyler is. He was William Henry Harrison's vice president. When Harrison died, he became president. He became the 10th president, I should say. And he was the first president. He was the first vice president to succeed to the presidency upon the death of a president. And he is the only former president to support the Confederacy during the Civil War. He was voted into the Confederate House of Representatives, but before he took a seat, he died. Watch my John Tyler episode of the President series. Speaking of the Anti-Jacksonians, remember how I said this is a split Congress? They control the Senate. The Anti-Jacksonians have 26, the Jacksonians have 20, and the nullifiers have 2. No vacancies, which makes things a lot easier for me. Alright, and interesting fact that happened in America during this Congress. You guys might not know about this. I find it very fascinating, so it'll be our fun fact. Richard Lawrence was the first person to attempt to assassinate a sitting president of the United States. He tried to assassinate Andrew Jackson outside the Capitol building. My phone just went off. It's probably Instagram or something, I don't know. I'll look at it later. So, that means every single presidential assassination attempt all started with Jackson. At least known. There was an assassination attempt for George Washington when he was still, commander-in-chief of the Continental Army back in the American Revolution. Probably a British spy or something. I don't know. As far as we know of, according to historical records, Richard Lawrence, who was born in England, came over here to South Carolina, and, decided, hey, let's assassinate the president, or at least try to. Okay, yeah, my phone's going crazy. So, Jackson was the first president to have a assassination attempt against, quote unquote. Alright, that's enough for today's episode. We'll see you tomorrow for our last Congress episode of this week. Stay cool, stay tuned.